So you're thinking about moving to Dallas, Texas, right? You hear that it's the new hottest place to be because everybody is moving to Texas. And you wonder, how does moving to Dallas, Texas relate to you? What about Dallas, Texas appeals to you as the individual? Whether you're a single parent, whether you're a tech god, whether you are young chic, popping, hopping, and you want to have the good places to go, or you're a family person, you're wondering, how does Dallas, Texas apply and relate to you? Where in today's video, we're going to show you the pros and cons of moving to Dallas, Texas, and I guarantee you that you fit in somewhere in those pros and cons. You fit in one of those demographics that you belong in Dallas, Texas.
So if you're interested in that, guys, stay tuned. You don't want to miss it. We're getting to it right now. What is going on, everyone? This is your boy Dre the Realtor, and I'm here with Brandy Vaughn. We are both transplants here to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. I've been here for about 2 years, and she's been here forever. Pretty much. So we do a channel where we tell people everything you need to know about living in Dallas, Texas. So if you're interested in that, make sure you hit that red subscribe button, bell icon next to it to be the first to know. And listen, guys, we get people contacting us each and every day wanting to get more information about moving to Dallas. Well, we love helping everybody. So if you're interested in moving or relocating, give us a call, shoot us a text, or simply send us an email. We got your back when moving to Dallas. So we're gonna get straight to it. We don't want to hold up too much of your time.
That's right, and we keeping it real, okay? Yeah. We're gonna be honest. Although we are realtors, and that's what we do in our Moving to Dallas channel, but we're gonna keep it honest, okay? The pros and cons for us for moving to Dallas, Texas, okay?
Yes. So the first thing that we're going to talk about is the pros, but you got to make sure you stick around to the cons because that's going to be the most important that may change your decision on whether or not if you should move here or not. So we're going to get into the pros. So for me, I'm a foodie. I'm not a proclaimed foodie. Like, I don't go to all the places where foodies go, but I love food. Yeah. I've grown a love for food ever since moving to Texas. Okay. So I think one of the best pros that I have is the food here in Dallas, Texas. Okay, but what about
the food?
It's diverse. Okay. So they got Louisiana style Cajun food because all the people from Louisiana, every time Louisiana get those bad hurricanes, they always come here. I mean, they got some really good food in Houston, but we're not talking about them right now. We're talking about Dallas. So you got the Louisiana style Cajun food. They got this thing called boudin. Really nice. You got to try it. Okay. They also got
crab boils are like everywhere. Boils. Like crab boils are a real big thing in Texas, in the Dallas area. Yeah.
Crawfish,
especially when it's in season. So good. Okay.
What else? Barbecue. So I love barbecue. Me and Brandy, we literally just had lunch where I take her to a barbecue spot because I love barbecue. So
and it's barbecue like everywhere. Texas is known for their great barbecue.
Yes. So
Memphis.
I know a lot of people who claim they're from the South. Our state got the best barbecue, but they don't do barbecue like they do it here in Dallas, Texas, or in Texas in general. So for me, when I first moved to Texas, I love the fact that Texas had really big baked potatoes here. Loaded baked potatoes. Like you would think
like literally like 5 pound potatoes really big, with brisket and cheese, like loaded with stuff and then baked again.
Yes. Oh, so good.
So good.
So that's one of the things I love. And then taco trucks everywhere.
Can't talk about Texas and not talk about tacos.
Yeah. So they have street tacos and they're really small, so they're not like the Taco Bell tacos that you think of like when you go to Taco, but they're really small, so you really got to be careful when you're ordering them. So give me like 5 or 6, okay, because 3 just ain't gonna cut it. But that's why I like the food. When I'm from Virginia, we didn't have none of that there. Very small town feel there. The only thing I miss from the East Coast is crab cakes. Okay, and when I'm on this side of the country, they have like the fried crab cakes, but on the East Coast they have like the baked crab cakes. So it's very soft and it's so good, but
it's different here.
It's different, yeah. Okay. So what about you, Brandy?
What my favorite foods?
So you're from Chicago.
Listen, I'm not gonna call you a liar because this is our pros list. Okay. But for me, I don't think Texas has good food. Ooh. But that's to me. Tacos are good and they're authentic because we're right close to Mexico. It's more Tex-Mex tacos. But to me, food is not on my pros. I'm from Chicago and we got good food in Chicago. To me, like in here, barbecue. it's good, but ain't nothing like barbecuing on your own in your backyard with your smoker. But anywho.
Okay. Oh wow. And that kind of brought me up to a different
For the
point.
next part.
No, different point for the food. So if you ever live on the East Coast or in the West Coast, there's different food brands here.
Yeah.
So I think this would be a con too as well. So
because you're used to your So you're like here In-N-Out Burger just came, but that was a California thing. Or here Whataburger is our thing. Yeah. But when you go on the East Coast or North, they don't have Whataburgers.
So one thing I missed on the East Coast is Cookout, and I also miss Bojangles. They don't got that here. Yeah. So that may be a con.
Looking, right?
Like every time we go to the East Coast, it's like we gotta hit these spots. Yep.
Yeah.
All right. So the next thing
we're on pros. Weather. Right. Okay. Weather is a pro here. Like I talked about barbecuing your own. It's normally grilling season. 10 months out of the 12 months is grilling season. So although even yesterday was 81 degrees in March. So that's, to me, the pro, because I still can't believe, and I've been here over 14 years, that it be 80 degrees in December, 80 degrees in March. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? So the weather.
Yeah, so it'll be hot, and it's good thing about it here is not that humid here. You know, sometimes there is some days where it get humid, but it's not that bad.
Like death hot. It's not like death hot. It's hot in the summer, but that's 2-3 months maybe of just unbearable heat, where the rest of the year you're coasting, and our winter is literally 3 days. So could you imagine only having a 3-day winter? So that's the plus for me. We don't even own a coat, okay? So when you move to Dallas, Texas, get rid of your coat, wear your hoodies, and call it a day. A light jacket is probably what you're gonna need for winter. So
we was gonna cut to the con, but I'm gonna let y'all know the real, okay? So she talking about y'all don't need a jacket, okay? So
I said a coat. If you're from the East Coast or even the North, y'all know what I mean by coat. I'm talking about goose down fur coat.
No. You just need a coat. You need a
light jacket.
Okay. Yeah, because I was going to say, because sometimes, like she said, we experience 3 days of winter, and it'd be brutal. Like, when they said it's cold outside, it is cold outside.
It don't be cold. So it be 25 degrees, y'all. That's our coldest of cold. It's 29 degrees, and they shut the city down, and it be flurries that you can literally brush with your broom.
So we had 3 ice storms, supposedly, but only one of them was like a really big ice storm previously. So we're gonna get to the cons. So I guess we would say this is the cons of the weather.
Yeah, here. It's on our cons list. We'll get back to the con of the weather.
We're gonna get back to that, but just know you gotta stick around to it, because look, it's a big deal here.
Yes.
So
we're gonna tell you all about the con of the weather. Okay, go ahead.
So people, it's the next pro.
Yeah.
So people here are very friendly. They always speak. Yeah. Now I'm not speaking for everybody. You know, there's those outliers, and I think that people can be cons too. Honestly,
I agree,
because there's some special kind of Texas folk here.
That's agreeable.
If you know what I'm talking about.
That's just Southern. Southern is good and bad, because you got the Southern hospitality. Most people are super friendly, do want to hold conversations, do come talk to you, sit outside in the middle of the street for an hour just catching up. So that's the pro, that everybody has time to kind of get to know who you are. But that can also again be a con, because it's Texas, and you know history, and history ain't lie. It still was a Confederate state, you know.
A lot of rednecks.
Confederate state. But
a lot of rednecks.
So, but otherwise, it's a real pro, because you meet really good people for the most part.
And the thing about it is, like, we do a lot of videos on master plan communities here on our channel, but when you're living in these communities, especially these master plan communities, everybody has the same thing that's in common. They built the house, everybody's walking. A lot of the places that I vlog, especially in the middle of the day, everybody's walking, their dogs, talking. Especially like if you live in one of these communities, everybody pretty much know everybody. And we've gotten this review from a lot of people. Even my in-laws, they just bought they built their own house maybe like a year or two ago, and they pretty much know all their neighbors. One of their neighbors from the other street, they gave him a cage, and I'm just pulling up. It's like, are you the young man that I gave my cage to? Like that's how big of a deal it is here. So it's
the people. The people are pro. on our list for moving to Dallas, Texas. Okay.
All right.
And
so the
then,
next one is growth. Now this is one of my favorites because we've pretty much vlogged a lot of
places.
a lot of places. So growth is a pretty much big thing. So Dallas and Fort Worth, they're pretty much, I believe they're tapped out. Brandy, she's been everywhere, so she knows.
I don't think they're tapped out, but I do think that it's the reason we're making this YouTube channel.
Yeah.
It's a reason because people are really moving here, and that's where the growth is. Although people are constantly moving, they're constantly building. If you ain't never been to Texas, you're gonna see it's land everywhere in Texas. So even if you excuse me, buy some land and sit on it, Texas is constantly growing. They're not lying when they say everything is bigger in Texas because there's so much land. So that's why you can't think, oh, I don't want to move there because it's already crowded. It's not.
No.
It's still plenty of room, plenty of space. This is a place that's still growing. You could still go to a country city and then
2 years later.
And 2 years later, it's a big metropolitan city. So don't let it fool you. The growth is here.
And they have that all over the Metroplex. Let's just name some of the cities where everything's growing.
Oh my God, Melissa, Aubrey, Waxahachie. We just did Waxahachie. Prosper, Frisco has some
Plano. What else? What was that? Midlothian.
Rockwall.
Yeah, so all these places.
Heartland.
Salina.
Alino,
so all these places.
Weatherford. We only naming a few, okay?
There's so many places.
Check out another video to find out how many cities are actually in the DFW.
But listen, guys, so we like to add value with this channel. So if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to drop it. We will be monitoring it for about the first week or so, but because this video is going to explode.
Yes,
I think so.
Because we want you guys to be well informed when you're making a decision to move to Dallas, Texas.
So if you think about
what else is on our pros?
Lifestyle.
Oh, that's a good one.
Very diverse here, I would say.
Family oriented. So if you come with your family, it's a great place for family. If you're young, 20 something and popping, great place for you because we have a lot of districts to hang out in.
Yes. Oh, I love those.
A lot
they
of
got West 7, they got Deep Ellum, they got what's that place in Arlington? By the
Highlands.
The Highlands is really good. They got a really good bar scene there, and then they also got the place across from the Cowboys stadium as well.
Live.
Yeah, Texas Live. Texas Live. So a lot of really nice areas for you to hang out.
And then Fort Worth has 7th Avenue, really great place for the young hipsters to hang out in. Jobs are booming. There's a lot of corporate places that are here.
A lot of warehouses.
A lot of warehouses. A lot of corporate offices are here.
A lot of high-rise apartments, condos, everywhere, popping up everywhere.
A lot of good hospitals and medical districts. So if you're a travel nurse, if you're a nurse, this is a place. Like, cause it's hot, popping, big, huge, big medical facilities. So that's a good thing. What else? If you're single, it's a good place to be. Oh yeah. If you're
multiple different kind of living. So if you want that fast-paced living, you know, they got that in Dallas. If you want that cowtown cowboy living, and you don't even have to be about that life, but it's
just
a culture.
Country living, the country living with acres. You know, they have it in the Fort Worth areas. So it's for everyone. Don't think that Dallas, Texas is not just for one type of person. It's for all types of people. It's a very diverse environment.
So I think we are all done with the pros.
Okay.
So if you
are we
guys
gonna do the cons on this same video, or should we make them come back? Oh, okay.
No,
Okay, cons.
We don't want to make them wait.
We don't want to make them wait. Okay.
We gonna get to it right now.
Okay.
So cons. So we was talking about the weather. We didn't want to make you wait too long for that. So we're gonna talk about the weather. We're gonna talk about the weather. So people freak out about the weather. Okay.
Because we had an ice storm. Let's be real. We had an ice storm last year.
Yeah. So last year was really bad. Okay. And the thing is not that the ice storm isn't the con with the weather. It's the way that people react when there's ice storms. So Texas, they are not built for bad weather. Let's just be real. They cut the state down for like maybe a whole week.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, maybe a whole week, but it was really bad. People missing hours. I was missing a lot of work.
And that just means though, when you're not from here, even if you're from a place that it snows, you think you can deal with it, but you
not
can't.
here. It's different.
Here is not the same. Driving in snow is not like driving on ice. No matter how great your tires is, how big your trucks is, none of that will work on ice.
And look, I tried to I had to pick up one of my associates in the ice storm, the previous one, and my car could not go up a hill because of the ice.
Yes.
If it was snow, it'd have been different, you know, but the ice is too slick.
Totally different.
Yeah,
you cannot get traction on ice. So guess what Texas does? They shut down.
Yes.
That means grocery stores are closed, places are closed, businesses are normally closed. You do not leave. And people who ain't from here, guess what they do?
Leave.
They leave. They think they can drive. They think they can handle it. So that's where the accidents and things like that happen. So that is the con to the weather, is that once every year normally it's an ice storm.
Yes.
But just
it's
prepare
just only
for
once,
it.
yeah.
It's once,
And then there's
a
some
couple
hailstorms
days,
here, there.
couple hailstorms here or there, but just have good insurance.
Every place has
some type of bad weather.
Has some type of bad weather. Now, you know, we're gonna get rid of the elephant in the room. Yesterday, we did have a really bad tornado
warning.
Yeah.
Some places actually it hit.
Yeah, I saw it on Dallas, Texas TV. I said, "Oh, that's a real tornado."
It hit.
Yeah, it hit somewhere, but
oh my God! Like we heard sirens. We got in our tub. That's probably y'all should know. It's not a lot of storm shelters here. Even though we get tornado warnings, ain't no basements.
Yeah.
If y'all up north know, ain't no basements in Texas, so you can't go to the basements and hide. You going in the bathroom and getting in a tub. I thought that was the weirdest thing I ever heard, but that's what we do to prepare. Or in the closet.
So but I don't think it happens like all
Often.
the time. Yeah, it may be like once in every blue moon.
Yeah.
So
don't let that deter you, because it doesn't happen often.
It's not like a flood, like
Right.
like what you would get in Houston or something like that.
Correct.
Like, for the most part, we have pretty good
weather. Yeah. Okay.
So driving is the second con. So
Driving. It's horrible.
Now, this is where you got to contact us, right? Because we want to help you make that right move. Because if you don't make the right move and you move to the wrong place, you'll probably be driving about an hour. Trust me.
One way.
Yes.
One way. An hour. 50, 45 miles to work. Traffic in horrible, because you're passing 3 different cities to get home. Horrible traffic. So know where you want to move, because you do not want to work in Frisco but live in Louisville and you got to do that drive. Know where you want to be and how the distance of what that commute is going to be, because the difference here is we do not got no public transit. We have it, but it's not like what you're used to. It's not like the L in Chicago or the train or subway in New York or cab systems. It's not like that.
Nope.
You want to know.
You can't just you got to call a cab.
You got to call Uber or you know what I mean. So, and then some areas Uber is low and light, so you be waiting.
If you're not in like one of those extremely, and this is just my experience, if you're in one of those extremely urban areas, then